Hey, everybody, welcome back to Morning Talk with Mike and Paul. I'm Big Mike.
I'm a bold bastard.
Terry said, hey, I shouldn't wear a hat today. And we could put both of our heads up there and it would probably look like two big old boobs on TV.
Yeah. Well, if I go like that, see me nipple?
Well, guys, in all fun, today or this month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And today we're going to be talking about awareness, some facts. I'm not the expert in it, but I do have, I'm in the game, meaning I care.
Meaning he's got a very good looking wife and he loves to play with them.
Paul! So as a male, I have skin in the game. Okay, I've had people in my life that are breast cancer survivors, and I think that all women, all men should do their part in self-examination. I did find out when Paul and I were talking that the CDC has told us that 2,000 men are diagnosed every year with breast cancer, and there is about 500 men a year die because of breast cancer. Of course, women is astronomically higher, but in men, it's a lot. What was it? 60% of men diagnosed with breast cancer are obese and are in the ages between 60 and 70 because fat in a man will go from male hormones and it will convert it into estrogen, and which will cause cancerous cells to grow. So that's just a fact from the CDC. We did learn that in the UK, only 390 men annually are diagnosed with breast cancer. And of course, there they have a very, very lower obesity rate in the UK. So good facts to know. I want to, like I said, we're just going to talk about facts. If you are a survivor or you want to talk on here, this is the platform to come up. Hit the link at the top, and we more than love to hear your story, information that you may have for everybody here. And if you have a channel, if you would please share this out and just grab the thumbnail and the description. And we would love for people to come in and talk to us about this subject. But before we do that, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. We had our big push from Mern's Pacquiao. She shared it out on her channel. They came in. Miss Julie Cook came in earlier. She's at work and she will watch this later. There's our friend Mern's Pacquiao. Thank you for sharing it out. RD, hello. How are you? Charmaine. Nay Smiles here. And there's Gloria. Good to see you. There's Almira. Yincy, welcome in. There's Okies Eden. How are you doing, brother? There's Ilakana. Let's see. There's Ed over at Whistle Stop. Good to see you, Ed. There's Terres TV. Rona Castro's here. Our friend Mike, welcome in. There's Rebecca Touched by Yarn. Good to see you. There's our friend Abby G. There's Anna G. Good to see you. Shane Raza. Our good friend Wendy over at Hardneck Farms is here. Again, she goes live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please check her out. There's our friend Bowen, Understick Homestead. Good to see you, brother. There's Miss Arlene. Let's see.
Tim Mason and Dana have got home.
There's Mr. Tim Mason. Hello, y'all. We finally made it home. All right. Good to hear that. I hope Dana's doing much better. She had us all scared there for a while, and I know she had to be, and Tim, you also. But God bless her. There's Butler Family Farm, Susan and Jerry. Yes, indeed, still sending prayers out. Thank you, Paul. There's Jamie over at our works Littlefield. Good to see you, Jamie.
She's saying she.
What's that?
Go ahead. Good morning, Wanda.
Just to put it out there, I had my mammogram back in August. Everything's okay. Terry had hers done. They found some kind of density when she did her normal mammogram. So she had to go up to Muskogee, and they had to do basically an MRI. And it was just they determined it was just breast density, and there was nothing, but it got us on guard real quick. So,
well, you know what causes breast density, don't you? When you play with them too much.
Paul. There's Ray Castile, and there's Barbara Castile, both in here.
Good morning, Ray and Barbara.
Good to see you guys. So, oh, wow.
Did you say hello to Wanda?
I did say hello to Wanda. I don't get mad.
Don't get mad.
Oh, don't get mad. Yeah, Terry, for her, it's very, I've never had one, but it's very, she doesn't like him.
No, because you got to put your tits out.
Well, I don't.
Some women are not comfortable getting their tits out for another man.
Well,
especially when they're married.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things, like she said, it's I guess weird because you got to stand there, lean forward, and then they do this smashing thing or whatever, and like your boobs in a vice or whatever. But I'm glad she goes in there. I think our insurance allows her to get one every 5 years, unless something is detected manually, that she has to do that. I'm not saying good or bad, but Yeah, I wouldn't want that to happen. Thank you, Jamie, for your colorful analysis of a mammogram, so we can get a feeling of what it's all about.
She says it's painfully weird. I've gone, yes, for you, Jamie. Some of us like it.
My lymph nodes swell up from tick disease, and they want to. Oh, wow, wow, wow! It's like a book press. It's not like they're pressing the newspapers. I mean, I'm just saying, it's got to be very uncomfortable, and unless you're just comfortable, you know, being naked in front of you don't care who's around, I guess it would be a little bit invasive to a woman.
Let me
There's
put this
no
out there,
breast
right?
cancer in my family's history, but my doctor got onto me yesterday saying it doesn't matter. You still need to have it checked out. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. So, breast cancer by the numbers, how survival rates have improved over the past 40 years. Since the Breast Cancer Awareness Month initiative kicked off 40 years ago, major improvements have been made in treating the disease. While the rate of women diagnosed with breast cancer have increased, death rates have been declining and 5-year survival rates have risen. Additionally, most breast cancer cases are being diagnosed in early stages before the disease can spread, making it easier to treat. 1 October marks the beginning of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the American Cancer Society, ACS, is commemorating 40 years of spreading awareness about the condition. Breast cancer is the second most common cancer among women, and 1 in 8 developing breast cancer in a lifetime, according to the ACS, American Cancer Society. Wow. I mean, that is number one, good news that they're able, technology has caught up with the tatas, and they're able to detect earlier. I've heard nightmare stories. I mean, years ago, that it's nothing, and then you know then women develop breast cancer, and now we're getting closer and closer for them to detect the smallest minute situation or issue or condition with breast cancer. And that's good news for everybody. Hey, there's Annie Ann's in here.
And if you go 4 up, you'll find Philip P. Ryder.
Philip D. Ryder.
Philip W. Ryder. That'll teach you for not checking.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. Philip W. Ryder's here. Good to see you. So, in looking at that and seeing the increase in detection, increase in survivability for women and for men, it is one of the things for men was used because men are, because they have 500 deaths out of 2,000 men every year. So that's 1/3 of men who are diagnosed each year die because of breast cancer. Is that men don't see
Your
it.
math's wrong.
What's that?
Your math's wrong. 500 out of 2,000 is a
Oh.
quarter.
Well, it's a quarter. I'm sorry. Sorry about that, Paul. I don't know why I was thinking 1,500, but it's a quarter of all men die that are diagnosed each year. And then how many men and women don't take the time to self-examine and or go to their doctor and have even every 5 years a mammogram itself. So I just don't think men are mentally there. That's something you should check. We are very aware of prostate cancer, okay,
And testicular cancer.
and testicular cancer for sure, because that's a vital part of being a guy. Whereas a woman, um, you know, it was told to me that, and I agree, uh, you know, that is life. You look at it as I don't know. No, I don't know if you want to say womanhood or whatever, but it defines. It
If
is,
you can't say womanhood with breast cancer, you're fucked in the head.
yeah. But I think that, and women in my life that have been diagnosed with it, um, it is a terrifying thought, if you will. And it affects it. It not only affects them. It would if Terry was diagnosed with it, it would truly affect me. Um, I know 40 years ago, it was almost like a death sentence. You know what I mean? And now with the technology and what they can do, I'm not saying that, they came out with a blood test. I did it in the military to see if you hold cancerous cells within your body. There's a blood test. We had to all give blood, and we lined up. They took blood and they tested us, and they said I was negative for that in my blood. And I know there was a big push, I guess years ago or whatever, that women were going in and having, mastectomies just so they never had to deal with something like that. But it's a scary thing, and it affects the whole family. And I think that women who are raising daughters, number one, should set the example. Number two, should educate their daughters. And number three, make it a part of raising your daughters is being comfortable in their own skin. Because I don't know what it feels like to be a woman. I don't claim to. I just think that it's very important. And October is set aside to flood our brains with awareness to my sexuality, Mike. Yeah, it is. There you go. These things dictate our sexuality, period, in life. I am extremely
Phobic of
phobic
doctors.
of doctors and medical procedures, so I'm embarrassed to say that I've never had a mammogram. Yeah, I mean, it is, everybody has their thing. I know that when I was in the military, every time I went and seen a doctor, I was seeing somebody new. Same thing with my wife at the time. Every time she went in, it was whoever they could schedule her with. And every time she goes in, they'll say, okay, take your clothes off and put on a gown or whatever. So my ex-wife was like, she was indoctrinated into, you know, a whole bunch of people every time she went in, whereas you should feel comfortable with the doctor you're seeing. It's kind of like when Terry was looking for an OBGYN or gynecologist, that's not an OBGYN, but a gynecologist. She searched for a female to go see, and she is very comfortable with her. And I think more women should go into the field than that. She just, because we were over in Korea and I had to see a guy every time, and she didn't feel comfortable with it and stuff like that. So it is what it is, I guess. Breast cancer is the most common cancer among Canadian women, excluding non-melanoma skin cancers. It is the second leading cause of death from cancer in Canadian women. Yeah. Mm. Oh, wow. Same here, Mike. Most deodorants use aluminum. My naturopath told me
Told
not
me to not use it.
the deodorant because of her lymph nodes to swell. Wow. I didn't know that. Yeah, that surprises me too. You're so outgoing. But she ain't going without clothes on to see some doctor. Okay. Not, I mean, it's,
Yeah.
I love Annie Ann. She is just a wonderful person. Love her to death. So let's look at breast cancer statistics as part of the awareness that we're talking about. Breast cancer is the second most common cancer among women in the U.S. behind skin cancer, like Wanda said up there in Canada land. Accounting for 1 in 3 of all new female cancers every year, according to the ACS. Between 2018, I got an echo, Paul. Between 2018 and 2022, more than 2/3 of cases of female breast cancer were diagnosed at a localized stage, meaning the cancer was contained to the breast, according to data from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Breast cancer is the second leading cause, as I said before, among women behind lung cancer also, although death rates have been decreasing over the last 3 decades. ACS states this is believed to be due to early screening and detection, better treatment, and increased awareness with women. Okay. So I don't know, I guess to each their own, but I don't think, number one, Terry would not let me get away with not going to the doctor, even though she doesn't practice what she preaches. And it's been 5 years since she went to the doctor, and then they found everything that she's going through now. And we're still waiting on her to get a new appointment and insurance approval for her hysterectomy. But I don't know if I would be willing to roll the dice on getting cancer, not getting cancer. I would rather say, okay, I went in there, I did the mammogram. I have it's clean, and you can go from there. Uh, but I don't know if is it worth detection, or is it I'll just handle it if it happens to me. I'll handle it when it happens. I don't know, and that's why I wanted women to come up here and talk to us about this, because we're two dudes, guys. We're two dudes that I'm getting everything I know from the CDC and the American Cancer Society and stuff like that. And I'm reading this off when it should be you guys. Hey, I don't know what it feels like to go through it. I don't.
He just likes feeling the tits.
I've never been in the room when they do mammograms, or I know Terry told me that she checks when she's in the shower. She does her thing and stuff like that. And it's just, I guess it's just so scary when you really look at the numbers of people that are diagnosed positive for breast cancer or any cancer, whatever it is, and how cancer can spread. So I don't know. I mean, I get that is a personal decision that I don't know if I can make it. It took me a lot of pushing on Terry to go to the doctor. I mean, I don't care if it's a guilt trip. I don't care whatever. But I said, wait a minute, you make me go. You said I'm not allowed to die. So I have to go to the doctor. You will go to the doctor. Yada. And she goes in there with me to make sure I tell him everything. I don't go in the doctor's office with her or anything like that. And she'll come out and I said, well, did you tell me? Oh, no, I didn't tell. What the heck? I said, man, I'm vested in you just like you're vested in me. And I don't want to lose you to something that could be prevented. So,
well, as a man, I've got my own reasons for saying get checked. I would rather all my friends got checked because my mother had 7 different cancers through her life.
wow.
They caught the breast cancer early, so it was a quick in, snip, out, and that was treated with radiotherapy and chemotherapy.
Yeah.
But while she was recovering from that, she got
Right.
another cancer in the stomach. And I believe, who was it? It was one of our people on here had a cancer removed, and it was the size of a football.
Yeah, Terry had that done also. She had an ultrasound done on it also.
But my dad nearly went to jail for nearly killing the doctor because he decided to go on TV instead of keeping my mum's appointment.
Yeah.
And because he didn't do that appointment, we ended up losing my mum.
Yeah. Because Tim is going through cancer treatments and stuff like that. And I mean, and Dana's right there. She is a stickler. He's going to make every appointment. And she goes with him. And prayer, trust in God, but also when it comes to prayer and trust in God, you have to do your part. Okay.
Yep.
You've got to do your part. He's allowed all this technology to be developed and things, and you got to do your part. You can't just knock on the door and say, "Let me in." You got to do your part in all things. So
I'm a strong believer that everything that man's achieved, the thoughts were put in his head by God.
yeah.
So if
Now,
God's allowing us to do all this research so
yeah,
we can better ourselves,
right.
why do we have Jehovah's Witnesses?
I don't know. I can't answer that question. But our insurance won't allow Terry to have an ultrasound unless the mammogram came up with something, an anomaly or something like that. Then they did approve Terry to have that ultrasound done also. So she said, and Terry came back. She goes, "Man, I'd rather have that than get my boob smashed in a vice." So maybe one day she'll let me go in there with her. I don't know.
Well, you know what your problem is,
It
Mike?
ain't like it ain't like I ain't seen them, you know.
Yeah, but your problem is Terry doesn't like to go in to get them because it's like getting in the vice. You're obviously not grabbing on hard enough.
Paul, I'm doing my part the best I know how.
I hope Terry and Brittany are laughing their heads off.
Yeah. Well, obviously that's not a true statement, Jamie, because Annie Ann won't go in.
Auntie Anne says it took 25 years after giving birth before she got shy again.
Oh,
You just ain't got there yet.
oh wow. Ovarian cancer is not as common, uh, with stats being 44% diagnosed. I got an echo, Paul.
It's not me. I've only got StreamYard on.
Okay. A lady took her child to Children's Hospital in OKC. They said her son needed chemo and blood transfusion. She said, "I want a second opinion." They called DHS and the police on
On
her.
her enforced the treatments.
Wow. Um,
Now, I strongly believe that should be a case of somebody further up the chain taking a look.
yeah.
Because if you're forcing somebody to get treatments that you've diagnosed and it's not that, you've just shot yourself in the leg.
Get out my belly.
I could just imagine Anne lying on that table with her feet in the stirrups. Here comes the baseball bat.
Well, see, I seen both of my kids get born, and when Mackenzie was being born, we were all in the room with Mackenzie's mom, and the
Did you go in with a catcher's mitt?
no, I mean it was we were in there. My son, me, Terry, and Mackenzie's mom, of course, and all of a sudden she was 10 centimeters, and Mackenzie wanted out. And so I'm just sitting there. I'm waiting because I've seen it happening before. And all of a sudden, my daughter-in-law looks over at me and she goes, "Paul, can you leave?" I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." I was just waiting to see my grandbaby, and so we went outside, and um,
I've
the
already been told I'm not allowed in the room.
the great thing about that is um, when her mom, all of her kids that um, she has, when they go in there and they take the baby's foot, put it in ink, and put it on the paper.
Yeah.
Um, she asked them if she could have a copy of that, and when she got that done, because Mackenzie was the first, she had that footprint put on her back. One of the footprints,
Lovely.
and she has the other kids behind that on her back, and it looks pretty artsy fartsy, but hey, it was something that she wanted from their kids' footprints.
Yeah. You know why she got it on the back? Because kids will walk right over you.
Yeah, I guess I don't know, but it was just I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The doctor headlamp.
Tell them to turn off the lights and use it.
And he had
That was Jamie Cheltenham. It'll be like going into the mine where you turn your headlamp on and there's a great big.
you need your pants and shoes on, put on a gown, and open the front. Stand there, and ice cold hands creep into your gown and pull out your boob, shoves it on a flat surface, and says, "Don't move." What is what is what is the job description, and who actually does it? Is it a radiologist? Um,
It's a radiologist over here.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's why we have you guys. But you guys need to practice what you preach to us.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know much about cancer and its causes.
It's causes.
I am wondering if breast cancer is the same kind of cancer that would be found anywhere else on your body. Oh,
No,
wow.
they're all different types.
Yeah. They take different forms. Uh, so diagnosing breast cancer, although breast cancer can be found after symptoms appear, many patients have no symptoms. Okay. The most common symptom of breast cancer is a new lump or mass, um, but other signs and symptoms include swelling of the breast, skin dimpling, breast or nipple pain, nipple discharge aside from breast milk, or nipple or breast skin, and is red, dry, flaky, or thickened, according to the ACS. Tests used to detect breast cancer include mammograms, breast ultrasounds, and breast MRIs. For women with low income and are uninsured or uninsured or underinsured, that's another thing that they should put a stop to. Um, the CDC National Breast and Cervical Cancer Early Detection Program offers free or low cost mammograms. To learn more, it says visit their website at the CDC National Breast and Cervical Cancer Early Detection Program website. Okay. So there is no reason. You got to do your due diligence and find, and when I read that, I'm going uninsured or underinsured. I think that if you're a woman that insurance companies make enough money every year that there should be something in place that there's no such thing as being underinsured, meaning if you're a woman, that's included into the insurance. Okay. Because I had an ultrasound done on my bladder, and that was $949 on the total bill just for that. So I just think if you're insured, it should be insured, and insurance companies should be forced. Hey, we found a mass or we found something. The next stage is automatically you need to have an ultrasound done. Go ahead, Paul.
Somebody in the green room.
Oh, and that's Rebecca.
She just said, empty
Hello,
Homestead.
Rebecca.
Please look in the green room.
Nice t-shirt.
Figured I'd put it on this morning since I'm coming up on your channel.
There you go. Dress
There
to
you go.
impress.
She's in the green room wearing a green t-shirt. Where is she?
I just typed. I was back there for a while, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to type in chat.
Well, as soon as you typed in chat, I told him.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I came up is that I'm not a lady that goes every single year.
Right.
I don't. You know, this last time it was almost 3 years.
Yeah.
But
wow. Years.
Because I'm on Medicaid right now, they're wanting me to do it every year, and I'm like, no, that's not happening. You know, that's my choice.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you've seen in chat that I said I don't ever think my mother ever did it. We never talked about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she did. I did have a sister, and this is one statistic that you may not know this, Mike.
Okay.
But if a lady never has a baby, there is an increased chance of having breast cancer.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
They found one in one of my sisters, and she never had children. But it was caught so early that when they did the biopsy test, they never seen it again. You know, so there's statistics that, you know, cause that problem. And the reason they found that was because of that dimpling that happens. You know, it's
when you say dimpling, does it mean your breast looks like a golf ball?
Yeah, it goes in. It goes in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's kind of like that. And I know this is a little more than you guys want to know.
No, I don't know at all.
I have had a reduction done. There's a lot of people that don't know that. And it makes it hard for me to do a self-breast exam because of that.
Oh.
Because of the scarring.
Because of the scarring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a lot of people that know that I had that done, but that was done back in 2003.
For health
and
reasons.
it makes it hard because what I have now isn't the same. You know, so I should probably, because of that, I should probably have it done every year. But because of my insurance, I can only have the squeezing. Which I don't like.
Yeah.
Nobody likes.
Well,
none of us ladies like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that if you never have children, it can cause an increased chance, because that's some of the questions they ask. Did you ever have children? That is one of the questions that mammographer person asks us ladies. how many children did you have? That is one of the questions. And of course, I answer correctly.
Wow.
So women that have never been pregnant, they're an increased chance. They don't
Really?
put that statistic out there.
Wow.
You know why that is?
I don't know why.
It's because when a woman's had a pregnant, given birth, their full system gets a flush out.
Oh,
You know, when the baby they pass the water first. In that water, there's all the enzymes from the diseases that they've had. It gives them a complete flush out. And I found that.
Well, that either.
I found that out from a doctor when I asked him.
Well, Paul, you're very abreast of this situation. Sorry about that, ladies.
I love a good grab.
Hey, Jolly, welcome in. Rice Lewis, welcome in. Rainy Ridge, welcome in. Yeah, Terry has been talking about a breast reduction because she has bad back pains and stuff like that. But the insurance company called that
Cosmetic.
cosmetic.
oh, mine was definitely not cosmetic.
Right.
Trust me, it was not.
Yeah.
Of course, when they called to get, they had to get approval, and that's what it was so strange of hearing that Terry didn't get approval first before this procedure.
Yeah, it was shocking.
That's crazy, because you've got to make sure that they have approval first before they even schedule surgery.
I thought of it as this: they don't care. Hey, we put it in, they denied it. Come on in and have surgery, and just pay us $47,000 out of your pocket. Why am I paying an insurance company? The money that I'm paying them and then to come to find out the doctor's office, this is how they get paid. They did it wrong. Okay. They made the insurance think it was a outpatient surgery, and their denial specifically said, this is an inpatient surgery, therefore this is denied for outpatient surgery. Holy crap. So we had to come to Jesus with the doctor's office. Okay.
I bet you did.
And I'm telling you, don't, and I told Terry, you tell them, do not set an appointment until you have that in hand. They were willing to approve it, but you did it wrong. And of course, there's a little bit of delay. We know this is probably coming back. We called the insurance company. At first, we say, you stupid bastards. But then we found out who really was at fault, and it was the doctor's office. So, and my thought was they just pulled another one down off their computer, and the admin for the doctor and all that was already in there. They didn't go back and change anything, and they just submitted it that way, and they screwed up. So it is what it is, and it's just asinine.
Definitely.
So, all right, let's see. Now, here's a question, and I know, has any women ever had a false positive on a mammogram, and what did they do after they said, hey, we found something? I know in Terry's case, we went straight to the ultrasound. Okay. I said MRI before, but I was wrong. It was an ultrasound, and they cleared her of that. because they took what they seen from the mammogram, and they pinpointed it where it was located at. And then when they did the ultrasound, they just said it was density, and it wasn't anything in there. So, and her doctor that she's seen, I mean, he didn't. I guess they didn't stop right there. They checked the whole gamut. So thankful for that. But I just wondered if anybody out there has had that, and if you did anything besides that. I know cancer comes in different forms. I know there's lymph node cancers, there's actual breast cancer. And I guess my thought is, what happens? Is there I don't know the answer to this. Is there a higher risk? Because Terrie's been talking about this after breast augmentation. You know what I mean?
I have not had any.
Or reduction or anything like that. So
I haven't seen any increase in it, but
you know,
there has never, in my family, there has never been a breast cancer diagnosis.
yeah. So yeah, it's kind of weird because I know with breast augmentation, there's a moving of things, okay, and relocating of things and stuff like that. Did I just say it? I'm trying to be politically correct and not just get in, knee deep in stuff. But I know that because we were looking at it, and I know that with a reduction comes the relocation of the nipples, and they do like a key. They call it a
Keyhole surgery.
Yeah, keyhole surgery type thing where they have to lift and then relocate and stuff like that. So I'm wondering, after you have all that, does that affect a woman? I mean, probably health wise, it's good for your back and your body and stuff like that. But is there a risk besides infection and stuff like that with having that procedure done? Phew, got through that. So I don't know.
Your words.
I want to know, because if we do,
This is not the politically correct
I just
show.
want to be prepared as her support system of what I'm looking, forward to, and what is she looking forward to. I mean, I'd love to know, is there a statistic out there? You're more likely after you've done something so invasive as doing something like that, because I'm guessing it is an invasive surgery.
Yes, it is.
I
have, being one of those people that have had that done, I have not seen an increase. So it may be on a case by case basis,
right.
concerning that person's family history, her history, and things like that.
Right.
That's where I would think it would fall under.
Yes, my insurance is the same. I would have to have a bad result mammogram before they would pay. Yeah.
So in other words, she's got to have both.
Yeah, the insurance company will never jump to something. They got to have, okay. I don't know who that was.
Wasn't me.
I'm lucky both of my parents lived as long as 89. My mom, 99. My dad, brothers and sisters have heart problems, no cancer in the immediate family, but uncles, aunts have passed away from cancer. Yeah. I think cancer, everybody knows somebody that has had cancer. I mean, we don't have statistics from way back when white people died. Oh, he just died. He was, he was 34. He died of old age back in, merry old England back in the 1400s. I guess if you lived past 40, 50 years old, you were an old person back in those days. In the West,
The 1500s,
in the West they died young. Huh?
Back in the 1500s, if you lived past 30, you were old.
Yeah. Out in the old West, man, you died. I mean, 34. Oh, he lived a long life.
So then bloody Comanches got him.
Now, men are living to 70 plus, and women who put them in the grave are living even longer.
Yeah. Do you see how fast Rebecca's head turned?
I've got YouTube. I've got YouTube popped out, and I'm reading these things. Saying Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
See, because a woman's never going to lose a battle; she'll bury us first.
Yeah. That's why they say women are like bacon. They smell good, they take it, and they kill you slowly.
What the frick? Will you shut up?
I've got to figure out why my camera keeps flashing. I guess it's trying to focus on what's in the back.
Oh. The boob person.
I need a butt reduction as well.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, ladies or anybody. I am a boob guy. Sorry.
So is my brother.
Terry knows it.
I'm a butt guy myself.
I'm just that way.
Don't get me wrong, I've got nothing against them, but I can take a handful as well as two.
I'm not going to go that far, but
I would.
What? My kids call them
Boobics.
Boobics. Yeah, it's like mammogram's like a medieval torture device. And I bet a man created it.
Yes.
Damn men.
And you know what he did after he created that? He created the best device ever used. The gobstopper.
The gobstopper.
And in fact, I think I'm going to talk to my brother and say, hey, you need to go get a mammogram.
Your brother?
My brother. Yes.
How old is he now?
He is 67.
Yeah,
he's never had one.
Yeah.
Well,
let him know how his sister feels.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how they're going to get this into a squashing machine.
There's a way for that, Mike. They get these clothes pegs. They get the clothes pegs. They grab your nipples and they pull them.
I don't know how is it when they do it for a man. Is it different? I mean,
I wouldn't think so.
I don't know how they would get this in a vise. Or do I have to lay down on the thing and they squash it from the top? I don't know.
Not.
I'd rather maybe they just do an ultrasound on a guy.
Oh Mike, yes, they can. They can.
I mean, I have seen men, okay, that probably should have invested in a man's ear of some sort. I didn't coin
on
that.
the beach.
That's from Seinfeld. Kramer, he came up with the man's ear. So I just don't know what I got to look at that because.
But if Ronald's 67, he definitely needs to go and see it because it's been proven, as Mike found out before this, men between 60 and 70 are 60% higher at risk.
Yes. Yeah. Don't be part of that 2,000 men. Now, when we say 2,000 men are diagnosed, that's 2,000 men that went in to see the doctor. Okay. How many men would never, ever think about it or even do it and say, hey, I found a lump? We just go, well, what the hell is that? And you start rubbing it, because but then when you find out out of the 2,000, a quarter of those die because of it. Okay. How many men die because of it and never went to the doctor, never said anything about it? Oh, he just died. He just stopped breathing, or they say it came to a point where he had an infarction or he had a heart attack or whatever, but is that the true reason why? I don't know. We're a very weird animal on this planet. Men are. Is Jamie leaving? Got to run.
Jamie left ages ago.
Don't run too fast. There's Butt Nugget. Brett, how you doing? Kentucky Bluegrass Living's here. Good morning, Paul. Question: if I was in second place and you passed me, what place would you be in?
We went backwards to the forwards on that. Because if he's in second place and I passed him, I'd be in third place.
You'd be in second place, Paul.
No.
If he was in second place and you passed him, that means there's somebody.
If he was in second place before I passed him,
no,
I'd be in second place.
You're in second place. Crazy.
You think that's crazy? Wait to get about my chat.
You always get first place because you're saying the most things.
Mike, false diagnosis does happen, and there they will call you for a second screening. Wow. If you didn't have to go through it once, you have to go through it twice. Holy crap.
Yes, that happened back in when I didn't go 3 years. They basically they said that I had dense breast tissue. May as well just say it the way that it is. And they wanted me to come back in. I did not.
Right.
I didn't. So, that was my call.
And it's different, as we found out, because of Terrie's false positive was due to breast density. Okay. And so that's in her record now. So something about because the insurance company knows that now, that each time she has a mammogram, then they will approve the ultrasound immediately afterwards because of that. And there's high density down to low density. Most women are somewhere in the middle there. And it's the tissue is the density part of it. When I had surgery, also took my lymph nodes out to check for cancer. Oh, they checked them out. They didn't take them out, did they?
No, they took them out.
They took them out?
Yeah, they took out an info.
Hey, Daisy. How are you doing, my friend? Well, there you go. See? He has a dog in this fight too.
Yeah.
I have man boobs.
So do I, and I'm quite proud of mine.
Hey, it took your whole life to grow them, Paul.
No, that was my stomach.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what the statistics said is the men who are obese um, are even at greater risk besides being 60 to 70 years old, somewhere in that window. But yeah, obesity is a big part of it. Okay. Well, speaking for all small boobed women, that's all I got to say. And Annie, and you're not in that ballpark by far.
In other words, double D's.
All right. Paul. Okay. So, testing for breast cancer. All right. Treatments for breast cancer can vary depending on the types, stage, and location of the cancer. Options include surgery, radiation, chemotherapy, hormone therapy, immunotherapy, and targeted drug therapy. The ACS recommends patients discuss all treatment options that are available to them with their doctors. And you can learn more about that on the ACS website. Want to know about screening? Currently, the U.S. Preventive Services Task Force recommends women between age 40 and 74 who have an average risk of breast cancer get a mammogram every 2 years. Now that's depending if your insurance company will allow. And I mean, if your husband or your wife is money bags and they got money coming, yeah, go in there. I'm sure that women say, "Ooh, every 5 years, that's bad enough. Every 2 years, whew." But if you've been diagnosed before with breast cancer, I would understand the every 2 years or every year that you need to be checked because you're susceptible to having it again. Okay. Women who are at high risk with a family history of breast cancer or other risk factors should discuss timing of screening with their healthcare provider. And I'm going to add this in there in your insurance because that's what, right? Experts say screening can help detect breast cancer in its earliest stages when it's easier to treat. Okay. So it's easier to treat when you've got and not a baseball or whatever. All right. Let's see. Declining death rates. Breast cancer death rates are relatively steady during the 70s and throughout the 80s, but have been steadily declining since 1989, aside from a few years of upticks. In 1975, there were 31.75 breast cancer deaths per 100,000 women. So that means 31.45 women out of every 100,000 died in 75. From the surveillance epidemiology and the end resort program under the National Cancer Institute. By 2023, this had declined to 18.55% out of 100,000. So 18 and a half women died out of 100,000 women. So you can see the drop from 31 down to 18. So that's telling me that detection is becoming better and better, and women are being treated at the earlier stages of breast cancer. Okay, which is good news. Okay. Yes, Paul.
Anne says, after losing so much weight, I'm no longer in the big boob club.
What? Annie Ann.
I won't believe that until she proves it.
You will always be in the big club for me, Eddie.
I didn't realize they cut it off at a certain age that they don't do mammograms anymore. Didn't know that.
What? What do you mean?
Well, you were talking about you had that age because, like I said, I don't know if my mother ever did.
Yeah.
Wasn't there one that you said that there was some ages?
Well, we did say for men, between ages 40 and 74.
74.
Yeah.
So at least if I live to 74, then I won't have to have it done anymore.
Yeah. Now, my thing is, if you're an active woman, meaning you go to the gym or you do a lot of running or you do sport or anything like that, versus a woman, I mean, let's look at this. You got an athlete over here and you got a mom at the house that's chasing after 4 kids all day long, working her ass off, doing all that stuff. Can't find time to go to the gym. You got four freaking kids to take care of. That's a job all by itself. Okay. But she goes to the doctor and she does what she's supposed to do and yada, yada, yada. Is somebody that is there a correlation to which one of those would have, let's say, breast cancer first? Or it doesn't matter. It's in your DNA, it's in your genome, it's in whatever, because I know people that were physically fit, they were in the military, and all of a sudden I go, holy crap, they died? You know what I mean? They were more fit than I was, and I'm coming up on 65, and they've been dead since age 50. They got out of the military, retired, and mowing the lawn and died. One of my buddies, I'm just like going, holy crap. So cancer, I mean, I'm pretty sure cancer's not, it doesn't discriminate whatsoever. You know what I mean? It is an evil thing. And I don't think, now, and here's what gets me, and I guess this is me just thinking inside my screwed up brain. I know for a fact, well, I can't say a fact, Mike believes that we go to the doctor and they just give us medicine. Here you go. Here you go. And we don't have R&D, research and development, in curing diseases,
which is wrong.
We do R&D to mask, but not to eliminate.
Yeah.
And until these medical companies, because there's no money in curing a disease. There's no money in ending cancer as we know it. There's no money in curing diabetes. Okay. There's no cure in none of that stuff because there's no money in it. That's my thought.
Yeah.
What do you say, Paul?
I totally agree. I mean, it's been proven, and I say proven because it's been plastered across the internet. There's a doctor who's had to go back to the Himalayas. He studied in the States, got a job for Big Pharma, turned around and said, I've got the cure for 3 cancers. They sacked him.
Sure.
Yep.
They sacked him, and the only place he can now physically do any research or any, he's a proper doctor, not just research, but he's not allowed to, what's the word? He's not allowed to practice anywhere but the Himalayas.
Wow.
And that's what Big Pharma have done to shut him up.
So, improving the 5-year survival rates, there have been also improvements in the 5-year relative survival percentage for breast cancer patients. This figure looks at the percentage of those who live 5 years after their diagnoses with or started treatment for the disease. In 1975, the 5-year relative survival percentage, okay, was 76%.
Yeah.
That was the survival. 76% of people survived it. According to data from the National Cancer Institute and SEER program, in 2017, the latest year for the data is available, this has improved to 93.2%.
Yeah.
Okay. So back in 75, 24% of all women died of it. Okay. And now, less than 7% of women die from breast cancer itself. So that tells me we've come a long way, baby, from.
He must be talking to you, Rebecca, because he wouldn't dare call me baby.
Well, that's an old commercial. We've come a long ways, baby. I think that was a Virginia Slim commercial, if you remember back when they had cigarette commercials. And here's another.
I mean, because I ain't slim.
Here's another thing for all you prescription drug warriors out there that want to go to your doctor and say, hey, what about this? I think they should ban prescription drug commercials on TV, just like they did cigarettes, because these people are going freaking nuts. They'll see something, they'll go, oh my God. And they'll go to the doctor, hey, what about this? Well, hey, that would be great. I want to take this. But you've got diabetes and you can't take that, and the commercial doesn't say that to you.
Yep.
If you've got diabetes and we're treating you for diabetes, you can't take this for some kind of skin rash. Okay? It will kill you. Oh, well, and then why is it when they do that, the part about all the side effects, they get the guy who can freaking talk a mile a minute, and you go, whoa. All I hear is anal leakage. I ain't taking shit that does that. Literally. But I just think we're being inundated by this. You're going, holy crap, all these things, they should ban it. It's just like now you can have an alcohol commercial, but you can't show somebody actually drinking alcohol in a commercial. Okay. I mean, they got the bottle, they got the glass, and everybody's laughing. Oh, you're so funny. But they can't drink it in the commercial. Okay. You can't pour some Grey Goose in the glass and say, clunk, clunk, clunk. Man, that's good stuff. You can't do that. And I think they need to get rid of all these drug commercials, these pharmaceutical commercials off the TV. I know it's big revenue. Okay. I know it is. And then right after that, they need to get rid of them damn cell phone commercials. Did you know Verizon in 2024 spent $12 billion on marketing? 12 billion. Guess who they pass that on to you? You guys, whoever has Verizon. And I'm sure all the other cell phone companies are just as bad. Okay. That's why, they increase and increase and increase. And then you go, wait, why does this company only have $25 a month, unlimited everything? Well, it's because they don't do commercials. Okay. That's what kills everything. And TV companies, they're saying, oh, yeah, show me the money. And the same thing with drug companies. But, guys, breast cancer awareness is October. Again, if you've got daughters, educate them. Educate yourself. Make sure you do self-examinations. You're never too old to grab them and squeeze them and try to find out if there's something wrong with them. Okay. And if you're a man out there and you've got a wife, help her out. All right. I try to help Terry as much as I can. All right. As long as she says, I'm doing dishes, get away from me. But anyway, we all got a dog in this fight. And guys, I want to thank everybody for coming in. Hey, Liza, welcome in. Let me put you up on the screen. There you go. Thank you for coming in. And guys, you need to be relentless on the woman in your life, just as they are with you. Okay. And I want to thank you guys for coming in. Thank you, Paul, for always being here. Rebecca, thank you for coming in. And thank you for that information. I'm going to tell you something. Yeah. And get Ronald to the doctor and get him checked out.
I certainly did that when they, with Ann Dale and Worth.
Yeah.
He went and got that PSA test and it was below 1.
Yeah.
So whatever he's doing made me happy because I need to keep him around as long as I can. Because I would not be able to afford this house.
Yeah. Hey, and also you guys, for you guys out there, when you go and see your doctor and you're doing your labs, because they always want to take labs before they actually see you so they can know what they're talking about. And if anything's changed, get the prostate blood test. Okay. It can't hurt you. I'm telling you, it can't hurt you. So get that done also. And then also go in there and ask them for a T1 test to check your testosterone, because that makes you function. Okay. So anyway, guys, I want to thank everybody else for coming in. Somebody come in the door?
No, Ronald just walked outside.
Oh, I want to thank everybody in here.
I have a door that has a big glass on it. So,
okay. And guys, remember, be kind to one another. Help somebody in need, and always think of that. All right.
Stay safe, everyone.
Love you. God bless you. We'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.
Later.
Hey, we made it under hour and a half.
For a change.
Yeah. But I'm just going to tell you, I mean, I did the research and got stuff up here that I could talk about when you're talking facts and numbers. And there was a whole lot more I could have done because it was page and page, the CDC and the Cancer Institute. I mean, it just goes on and on. We could have been sitting up here till noon with all the information, but I hope this promotes some awareness. I hope this will get you guys or women out there to get checked. Men get checked. I cannot say that. Oz
begin.
Hey, Ozzy. Good. I'm gonna call you Ozzy. All right. So, guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I just for as a reminder, we will have no Sergeant's Talk TV tomorrow. Jason is still floating out in the Caribbean somewhere with his beautiful bride on vacation, but we will see you the following week. I did put a post out on MT Homestead and Sergeant's Talk TV stating that we won't have a show. So anyway,
In
guys,
other words, because Jason's still on holiday, you've decided to have one as well.
well, Terri's coming home tomorrow too.
I'll let you off.
All right, there you go. She's been down with Brittany in Waco, Texas for a week. So
I would gladly go down to Brittany's in Waco, Texas. And look.
I can't wait to see the credit card bill. All right, guys. Talk to you later. And yes, always, always save the tatas. Bye, guys.
See what came in.
Uh-oh. Black cat.
Nothing wrong with black cat.
Nope.
Black Cat's lucky cats.
Bye, guys.
Daddy, bye.
Later.